Kunal is an architect and design manager at Indi Design. Please welcome him on stage.
You know, if today you ask me the difference between nervousness and excitement, I may not be able to tell you. I'm a little bit nervous because I am feeling really tiny in front of such a great people, and I am excited to show you because I have something great work which I can show you, and I think this will excite you as well. So, I was reading somewhere, there was a class of a pottery which makes pots, and once the teacher divided her students into two groups. To one group she said that this semester your marks will be evaluated on the total weight of the pots that you make, and here is the weighing scale. And to other group she said your marks will be evaluated on the most finished product that you make this semester. So the first group who was going to be evaluated on the weight, they started to use the clay from the day teacher announced the announcement, and they used more and more clay to increase the weight. They didn't care about the finish of the pots, they didn't care about the functionality of the pot, and their focus was just to increase the weight. On the other hand, if you see, the students went to the galleries, they saw other works, they chose the best clay they could possibly get, they figured out the best temperature on which the pots can be made, and they gave their everything in making that pot. And I think as a designers, we all make pots in our life. Sometimes we give 100% in the project to make it the most finished project, and sometimes we make pots just to increase the weight. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to show you one of the pots that we had made at Indi Design, which is about the signage and wayfinding. Before I start the presentation, I would like to clarify some things. Signage is just a pylon with the information. Wayfinding is a system or navigation system which directs you from point A to point B. So this presentation will include some strategy, some design elements, but let me clear you that I am a man of a few words, so mostly I will be browsing the slides. In between, I will just pop out 2-3 words to explain the slides. So let's start. This project is about the township at Muscat, Oman. This township is for the employees of Petroleum Development of Oman, PDO. So as the name says, Ras Al Hamra means the red hill. In conversational use, Ras Al Hamra means the red hill which is protruding into the sea. And trust me, this is exactly a hill which is protruding into the sea. It is surrounded by huge mountains. It has topography which is going up and down. You go on a road and suddenly you find a dead end because there is a huge drop. And it has around 1,100 units for the employees. It has their own private beach and public beach as well. They have golf club. They have LEED compliant school. And they have a mosque as well. I feel that I am very bad with words, so let me show you a small video which will give you a better idea of the space. And I request you all to please notice the architecture of the houses, the surrounding of a township, the landscape and everything. So I'll just leave you with the video and I'll enjoy this furniture for some time.
Where you reach your workplace within minutes of hitting the road. Where you find a confluence of a myriad of cultures right in your neighborhood. Where you find your home in a breathtaking setting of lush green boulevards. Welcome to Ras Al Hamra, an abode of peace, tranquility and opulence. This magnificent project is spread over 280 hectares of exotic topography in the beautiful suburb of Muscat. washed by the roaming sea waves and taken in by the resonating silence of the Jebels, Ras Al Hamra is like a fantasy coming to reality. When we set out to plan this township, we didn't just want it to be another piece of concrete reality. We wanted the dreams and aspirations of the people to take shape. We wanted a living space that makes living a worthwhile experience. The Ras Al Hamra master plan includes 1,100 living units, which comprise villas, townhouses and apartments. It includes a 9-hole lush green golf course with club facilities, an extensive recreation club. It also houses a fully equipped medical clinic, public parks, playing fields and a new PDO school. Oman's first LEED compliant international school. Its location, design, construction, operation and maintenance have won it the coveted LEED Compliance Certificate. If you need to unwind with a good game of golf, a sprawling green Ras Al Hamra Golf Club is waiting for you with open arms.
The Ras Al Hamra course sits very well alongside the other golf courses in Oman. Golf is a relatively new sport here, and we have to make sure that when facilities are developed they have a uniqueness and that they complement each other. The courses that now exist in Oman are all uniquely different, and this one particularly with its 9-hole layout and the floodlights and the different tees and greens offers a real challenge to the golfers both locally and overseas.
The club also comes with a recreation club to hang around with new friends and family. Discover your newfound social life.
I moved with my family 6 months ago. We like it very much around here actually. Not only because it's close to work, but also it's close to the mosque. It's within walking distance. Everything is close to us because we're close to the Qurum commercial area as well. And the most important thing is that my wife is happy.
Cycle, relax, play, live at Ras Al Hamra, a countryside of soothing silence amidst the cacophony of a city where you can wake up to the call of the muezzin or the sweet chirping of the birds on your windowsill. Watch your children grow, make friends for life. This is your chance to pause and smell the lilies. Ras Al Hamra, adding life to your life.
Beautiful place. Every time I see this video, I feel like going there and working. So basically you have an idea of a space now. So at the time of working on the project, I think sometimes to learn new things, you have to unlearn your previous knowledge. So we dumped everything what we knew about the signage, about the wayfinding, and we went into the field with an empty pot. And we started our research. We tried to grasp everything which we could in the 2 months of time. For the ease of researching, we divided our research into 4 parts. We studied their people, their society, their architecture, and their nature. So our team went in the fields, we clicked photos, we saw their craft, we met with their people. I must say very soft-spoken people. They speak with you with a lot of respect. I have never seen anyone talking loudly till the time I was there. Very fine detailing in architecture, the jalis, the carpet and everything, beautiful detailing. Then we studied the architecture. As per the rule in Oman, your buildings cannot have any other color than white and beige. They have to be understated. And maybe this is the reason you don't hear about the Oman in any news or anything, because they don't, highlight themselves a lot. We saw as you saw in the video, there was huge mountains. So most of the terrain is about mountains. Till we were doing the research, we were not clear how we are going to use this. But later we started to figure out the common patterns. We tried to figure out the color patterns which we could get from the photographs. We figured out forms of the architecture. Motifs, as I said, they have a grand mosque which has a world's second largest carpet, and that is beautiful. If you go over there, you must see that. As we did the research for the architecture and other things, we had a face-to-face interview with the employees of PDO who were staying at the campus, who were not staying in the campus, who were the visitors at the campus. We tried to figure out what are the problems they are facing while navigating in the campus. The residents were very comfortable finding the places as they were living over there. The non-residents used to find it very difficult to navigate. They used to get lost in the process of going from point A to point B. So these were their answers. What are their difficulties? What are their ease in the navigating? Then we figured out what type of signage they might need in this campus. So we figured out that they will need an entry sign at entrance gate. The roads have to be named. If they are named, they have to be put up on the signage. Then we prepared our ingredients, which we were about to use for the project in future steps. We picked up some design elements. We picked up some materials which were suitable for the environment and which we could use. We went through a lot of fonts which can be used on the signages. We had big printouts of those fonts. We studied the legibility. We had group discussions. We did the secondary research. Then we picked up the Frutiger as a font because it is visible, it is modern, it has clear spaces between the letters, and most importantly, it was available in Arabic language. We created iconography, pictograms, and we listed out the possible icons we will need for the signage. And in case, in our absence, if someone has to design an icon, we created a design guideline for them that how icons should be created. Then, as we did the research for the architecture, we figured out there are a lot of jalis, very fine detailed jalis. And the top 2 images which you see are used in the campus. So we thought of using the same jali. Then we designed few graphics for the signages. So at the top you can see the A is written, A is representing the sector. So we divided this space into 4 sectors, sector A, B, C and D. So the side panel of the graphic shows the sector. It shows the logo of Russell Hamara and other icons. So this is the entire master plan of the Russell Hamara. So as I said, we divided this into 4 parts. We created a new map based on the existing map, which was inspired from the metro maps that you see. So if road is curved, it will be shown straight into the maps. Sorry. So this was the final map which we designed for wayfinding. So any common man can understand this without getting scared of seeing the roads. Then we created a typology. As I said, from the research we figured out what signages they might need. So there were total 11 signages, 11 typologies for the exterior signages. So we roughly decided what information will come on which signage. So like that, we had 11 signages. On some signages, we thought of having the map or the destination signage. This promotional signage we thought of using to promote awareness. So as it is a desert, they might have to promote, say, water campaign or wear a seat belt campaign. So there was one signage for that also. Same way, for interior, we created a typology. Since time is less, we won't go into interior signages. As I said, wayfinding is about going from point A to point B. So we had to create a information architecture. So if you consider red patch as a signage and I am standing over there and I have to go to destination 3, then in a signage panel, the destination will come on the third place. And if I am crossing the sector and I am going on destination 3, the color on the signage will change, which will let me know that I am changing the sector or my destination is in another sector. We place these signages on the map tentatively, all the primary campus, all the signages. We walked on the street and decided some places where signages could come, and we drove by on the road and we saw, fixed the best place where the visibility was at peak. We explored few forms for the signages. As studied the architecture, the pointed arch was very prominent over there. So few options were using that prominent arch. The two options which you see on the right side are the final shortlisted two options which we thought of going ahead with. Then we went to vendors. We were trying to figure out the materials which can be used for the signage. Earlier we thought of using stone, but stone being very heavy, very expensive, we didn't go with that. So we were searching for the alternate materials. So if you see the jalis on my right side, they are made of GRC, glass reinforced concrete. And the block which I am holding is a Ravda finish which we thought of using in the signage, since all the buildings in the campus were of that stone. So we went to the graphic guy, picked up the best graphic. We tried to see the graphic at night, the visibility and everything. We prepared very fine, detailed construction drawings for each signage. We specified all the details which we could imagine. We gave the tentative footing details. While doing the footing details, we figured out the place where we were thinking of putting the signage has a lot of underground services which we cannot mess with. So we designed the footing in such a way that we don't disturb the services, but we still solve our purpose. So those photos of actual footings which were built at the site, and this video is showing you how the construction of signage should have been done. Yeah. So we placed all the signage in the site. We had the front and back information, which information should go on a signage. We prepared a 2 prototype for seeing it in actual. We kept this prototype for a week on a site. We took a feedback from them, and finally we decided to marry them both and create a third route which will have the see-through jali as well and the rugged form as well. And then we designed entire typology based on the route. So if you see in this slide, we tried to merge our research. We tried to merge our study of architecture, study of forms, study of art, and I think it suits the signage very well now. These are the few images of actual site execution at Russell Hamara. Looks like a render, isn't it? So this is the campaign where a seatbelt they are using it. We actually measured the height of a plants over there before deciding the height of a signage. Thank you.